What is going on? Good morning. It's Friday, baby. We made it. We made it. We made it. We made it. It is Friday. We're feeling good. I'm gonna remove old drawings. We're gonna have to start this thing from scratch. I'll get to drawing some levels in a moment. One second though, I'm just replying to something, and I'll get into some levels, looking at zones, and we'll start planning for the day. All right, we are back. We're gonna start looking at some stuff here. To the upside, it was 455 I was looking at. I think you could also justify 456 or maybe even towards the top of these wicks. We have varying levels in there. For example, we have like 455.5 or 456.5, 450 like 7 almost in these, all the way up to 458. Just some zones we've had for a while, nothing crazy here. I am gonna hop into a lower time frame though, as it appears we have recovered from yesterday's little sell-off. We're opening higher. So we're gonna look at some areas of confluence, and one that I'm noticing pretty immediately here. As we have this zone like 454, $455. I mean, that's a bit of a bigger area than I would like to cover. But I do really like this that 454 area. I know we were looking at this zone. I think we're a ways above it now, but I'll extend that out. An additional one would probably be like that area in there. Reason being is we had this spike up, drastic sell off from this point. And then maybe even to the very upside have something like that zone as well. If I look at where we are in relation to some of those zones, let's take a look here. We're also going to mark high and the low of yesterday's trading session. Let's see here, red for the low, green for the high. I'll look at the highs and lows of the pre-market. So I really like that level as we've had a couple bounces from there. The low in the pre-market. Some super long wicks coming out. Oh, I think Jerome Powell speaks today. Is that right? Good Lord, I should know that. Apologies, apologies. We got a minute and a half. Those are the levels I'm watching, however. We have should be extended one more. There we go. It's kind of a beefer zone. Probably a bigger 30 cents or so. But yes, I was looking into, we have some stuff coming out before the market. Right after market opens, we have some news. What? Jerome Powell doesn't speak today. Where did I see that? We have data coming out 15 minutes after market open, and then a little bit coming out 30 minutes after market open. So I might wait the first 15 minutes before I look to take any sort of trade. Got the market opening right there. I'll look at Monday's expiration for options here. In terms of calls, maybe oops, 454. In terms of puts, maybe 452. Really, we're looking to see if we hold yesterday's high a day. So far we are. From there, it's really looking to see if we establish a trend, if we can break above the pre-market high, continuing to set higher highs, higher lows. If so, we're looking for a pullback and confirmation of support to go long. If we break down, we're looking for a trend. We're looking for a weak pullback, a lower high, and confirmation of resistance to go to the downside. So probably, like I said, we have some economic data coming out within 15 minutes of market open, and then more coming out within 30 minutes. So I might just sit on my hands a little bit the opening and see how things play out. With economic data coming out right after open, we might have a little bit of low volatility or low volume to begin with, as people are waiting to see the outcome of some of that. I forgot the music. What do we want here? There's a bunch of different DMCA free music streams on YouTube. I've come to the conclusion that they all just share the same playlist. No matter which one I click on, they all have the same songs. Oh man. Alright. So yeah, first candle, we're just kind of wicking back and forth between yesterday's high today. Not quite the pre-market high. Alright, but you can see we've kind of come up and formed this little box here. I'm interested to see which way we break out of that. We have the pre-market high above us. I have yesterday's trading session below us. We break to the up or to the downside. How's Tesla doing? They're doing fine. They had a big reduction in prices on some of the models, the X and the S, so I was curious to see how the market would react to that. Doesn't seem to care too much, apparently. Nvidia almost at 500, holy. Apple at 190. Yeah, we got stocks opening up strong. The music might be a little... Turn it down just a smidge. Alrighty. So first candle, like I said, we're kind of stuck in this range that we've been in for the past, 30 minutes or so of the pre-market. I don't expect any sort of major moves to happen until we get that data coming out in 10 minutes from now. And there's more coming out within 30 minutes. So what are those? We have, excuse me. We have Cleveland Fed President Loretta Mester speaking at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard. We also have the S&P U.S. Manufacturing PMI for August coming out at the same time. Looks like we're dipping down below that yesterday's high day. Looks like we pulled back up. Then at 30 minutes after open, we have ISM Manufacturing for August and construction spending for July. We're getting a bit of a sell-off here. If you look at the 15-minute, I suppose that makes sense as you see some of these longer wicks up top rejecting twice off that level. I don't take a trade usually off the first 5-minute candle, but that wouldn't have been a bad one to take. But too early. Like I said, too early. We have news coming out. Don't FOMO. There will be opportunities. We can take a trade. That's pretty wild though. This 452 put that I have, is that? No, it's not a 0 day. That's wild. I mean, it ran 40% just off that move. It's not even $1. About $1. Wow. So we're getting a sell-off off the open. Tesla's selling off a bit. It's down a couple, like $3 from where it was opening at. Wow, big sell-off for sure. That's huge. We're now within yesterday's range though. As you can see, that was the high of yesterday's range. That was the low. So we're now firmly in that range. We have this 452 level. We'll see if that holds. Or if we break. I was planning on waiting the first 15 minutes to take a trade to see some of that data come through. I didn't expect price to move like this until we had that news come out. But I might have to revisit that if we have a good entry, and if we're selling off, best believe I'm trying to take advantage of that. But we're hanging out, we're chilling, we're watching. It's a Friday, can you believe it? And we got a long weekend. What a thing, huh? Friday with Monday off. It's pretty scrumptious. These contracts are moving crazy. They're moving like 0 day till expiration, but these are for next Monday. Am I tripping, or is it just they're moving? So it looks like we found a little bit of support at 452, at least for now. Still got about a minute left in this candle. We'll see how we close. But one thing is for sure, we rejected heavy off that pre-market high. Going to retest that 452. We'll see if we break that level as well. If we break that, we could head all the way down to 450. I mean, if I zoom out, I suppose we could find some support maybe around that 451-ish. As you can see, we kind of came down, wicked really low, but held that level yesterday. We also had some action around that area in the pre-market. So I'd definitely watch like in here. But yeah, it looks like we're breaking 452. If we can't maintain that, we're gonna hit this zone at least. Crazy stuff. I might look at like a 450 put. If we're selling off like this, yeah, crazy stuff. I'd look for a lower high. So I don't want to enter on this. I want to see it try to recover, reject off a resistance, and then continue down. That would be ideal. Why are these options are really cheap? Alrighty though, we got This is the last candle to print until that data drops at 7:45 my time, 9:45 Eastern Standard. So we'll see. Crazy stuff. I was not expecting a sell-off, but yeah, I mean, looking at a 15-minute chart, it makes sense. If you look at some of this price action, as we push up, we have these long top wicks. We have that rejection off that level that set the pre-market high. We opened and we rejected off that same level. So looking at price action, you know, makes sense, especially on a higher time frame. I said that we had this box forming and I was waiting to see whichever way we broke out to the downside. So yeah, now we'll just sit here and see if we can't get a nice setup on a trade. Now that it's September, I don't want summer to be gone, but I'm kind of excited for fall. Fall colors, getting cozy by a fire, you know, drinking some warm coffee on a brisk morning. Ooh. Ooh, we seem to be finding a little bit of support at that 452 zone here. Very interesting. We found some support earlier in the pre-market at that level. We also had some price action. Well, I'm about to sneeze. Hold up. Had a big old sneeze. With 452, you can kind of see the price action yesterday. Acted as resistance, then support, then broke below it, and resistance again. There's some really nice trades to take off that level. But we're holding it now. We've got a minute left in this candle, but it appears that we're going to hold that. Unless we just dump right at the end. Alright, in this case I want to dial up some 453 calls because that's the nearest out of the money level. I'm not saying that I'm taking those, but just have things ready. $451.7 ish. Yeah, the bottom of that wick right there. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yep, even looking at like yesterday's price action. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Ooh. So we get the data coming out. We'll see if the level holds. It's approaching it. What's up, Icky Car? It's good to see you in here. Oh. Look at that. It wicked pretty much right off your level. Personally, I don't know. It's kind of wild price action for me right now. Nothing that I'm looking to trade until I see us either hold or reject firmly off a level. This was a nice 2-candle sequence to think that we might hold this level. But this following candle pretty much invalidated all that. Unless this gets pushed up too, in which case still valid, but... It might. Landscape Architects. Ah, maybe that's why we're getting a little dumb. The Fed's saying that inflation's too high. Interesting stuff. So yeah, we got that bottom wick right there. We'll see if that holds as kind of a double bottom. For me to take calls here, I would want to see this hold this level. Or at least not break this. For sure, if we break this little swing low that we have, I still think that we would see, yeah, looks like we might. If we see weakness, I would not be surprised to see us in this zone, or maybe even come down to close to 450.5 or so. Damn, what a sell-off. Wow. Yeah, so we're gonna come down, probably test this zone. I mean, it's a really thin little area there. But I was just looking at this area that we kind of held and bounced from yesterday's trading session. Some big moves, but not really any great entries for what I'm looking for just yet. I suppose on the 2-minute chart, you could have got in on a retest of this 452. I don't know. Jeez, what a day. Getting a little bit of a bounce. Curious to see if we'll get a retest of this 452. We kind of tested this bottom area, this wick, that 451.7. Seem to be respecting that a bit for now. So we have our low of day here. We put in a slightly higher low on this green candle. Ideally, what I'm looking for is a retest and a fail to close above a level. So say 452 could be that level. Yeah, obviously if we get up above 452 and close, you can see how that on a longer time frame how that would look. You know, long wicks below it, but closing above that level would show that we held. In which case I would not recommend taking a put at that time, but if we retest this level that held its support a little bit in the first two candles, if we get a confirmation that we cannot break or close above this, as you see there, we got a retest. That could be indication to take a move looking for continuation down. I'm really curious to see how this candle closes, how it works. Some of these longer wicks down here make me a little hesitant to take an immediate short position. But if we show weakness at this level on this candle and get a retest, I could be interested in looking for continuation. But here you see us breaking above. Yeah, and like I said, if we recapture that level, you can see what it looks like on a higher time frame. That could very easily, if we maintain and close above this level, we could very easily head back up. we had a high, a lower low, so we were in a bit of a downtrend here. But if we break above this, if we claim this level and break above here, we kind of reverse the trend, at least temporarily. We don't have a new high, but temporarily we've made a bottom and we're making higher highs and higher bottoms. So something to watch there. If we do close strongly above this 452, I'm looking for this level to hold. I'm looking for 453 calls and make our way back up to this zone. We also do have some data coming out in 2 minutes, so that could sway things as well. But yeah, pretty close. Wow, pretty strong recovery from the bottom there. Hey, it's right at that 451.69 level. Look at that. It's pretty impressive. This current candle opened right at that price and rallied from there. So a little bit less than a minute here. We'll see if we can't get a strong close above this level. If we get a strong close, I'm looking for a retest and continuation. All right, there's the retest right there. Ooh. Some volatility for coming in. Damn. So we'll see if we hold that level. But it looks like that news that was dropping definitely had an impact there. But this is right. Oof. Damn. All right, never mind. I mean, we'll see how this candle closes, but that's a pretty strong reaction. Wow. So we can see if this same area right near this 451.5 holds. It looks like it might. We kind of have that like almost a triple bottom here now. Crazy stuff. So we wicked real far down. We'll see if we hold this level. It's looking like we might. So it does look like we're holding that level pretty well. Hopefully I'm able to get an entry. Didn't really feel like entering on this candle just due to the volatility that we were getting, the wild swings. So ideally I'd want this candle to close. I'm feeling a little bit of FOMO though if we rip from here and we don't get the retest just based off the reaction that we got. But like I said, this has been a little bit volatile for me to want to enter. I do feel pretty good though that we wicked down, we didn't set a new low. We recovered and we're holding this 452 zone, so I mean, we keep coming down and touching 452 and pushing back up, so I feel pretty good about it. I guess now it just comes down to getting an entry for a call looking for 453. And I might miss it, so we might rally from here. We'll see, we'll see. Gotta be patient. So yeah, I probably won't get an entry. I probably missed out on that one. We're gonna probably come up and touch this zone. This is such crazy price action. This is a wild day. Alright, maybe we do get the retest. I'll get in here. Stop loss below 452. So we're pushing down a little bit. See if we respect that level still. So I did hop in a call at the retest of 452 on this candle. My stop is slightly below it. Targeting 453 or this high yesterday, so if we can't get up in here, that'd be my first target, but I will be watching how price reacts. If we move strongly through this zone, I'll hold. If we come up and look like we're hesitating, I'll cut. But this area in here would be my first target. Little over a minute on this. We've had a really strong reaction to the 452 level again. That was a level that we had some strong resistance and or support yesterday, and it seems to be carrying out a little bit today as well. About a minute left. I feel pretty good about this. If we close strong here, I think the next candle will probably bring us up to that target. Wow, yeah. So I'm gonna close out my stop loss so I can get ready to sell this. We wicked up close to it. I'm hoping to get another retest so I can actually sell at my target. It looks like we'll get it here. There we go. All right. So I hit my target. A little less than $1 move, catching it from 452 up to this zone. My target was the high of yesterday. We'll see. See if we just push right through it. We certainly could. Once I start to develop a bit more consistency, I am going to scale up and start trading 2 contracts at a time. In which case, I would be able to trim one here and leave a runner, you know, raise my stop loss into profit, leave a runner, or at least a break even, and see if we can't capture more of a move. But I have to play a little bit more conservative with only 1 contract. If I get the move that I'm looking for, I have to take it. I can't get caught being greedy and miss out on profits. But that was a pretty solid trade. I think it was close to 30 bucks, $27 profit on that. Here we are pushing up through that zone. Still pretty early. I'll stick around and see if there's any other trades. At max, I would take 1 more trade, but yeah, that worked out pretty well. I'm pretty happy to, if that is my last trade of the day, I'm happy to end my week on that because that was pretty solid. And if there's any confusion over why I took it, simply put, we have this 452 level I was watching. We held it the first two candles of the, oh, geez, I'm struggling. We held it initially in the beginning of the day. We broke below it, but then we had this strong rally up above it. This candle was a bit of an anomaly because we had some data drop, but we pushed all the way down didn't set a new low and then closed strong above this level again. So that's why I was looking for continuation to the upside on a retest of this level, which I luckily got on the subsequent candle here. I was targeting this zone because it was the high of yesterday's trading session, as well as you can see some of the price action that we had in the pre-market, finding that area of support once we broke above it, and it's still going. So this would have been a good position to have a runner on, because we might keep going for a while. But nonetheless, seeing us hold this level, also looking at a higher time frame, you can see that we wicked below, but had a really strong like hammer print right at that level as well. So all those things kind of gave me confirmation and confidence to take that trade. And on this retest of 452, we barely wicked below it. So really, there's no adversity in this trade. It was pretty much straightforward. Appreciate it. Thank you. Sometimes we get them. Sometimes we get shaken out. Bit of a pullback here. As you see, we're kind of wicking up into this zone but failing to close it above it. Technically, we are still, you could consider us in a downtrend here, as we have the high a day, the low a day. This would be a lower high, so we could return maybe back down to that 452, as we might see here. It looks like we might. Got a little bit of rejection off that level. So a little under 2 minutes on this candle. I'd be potentially interested in looking at a put and coming back down to 452, depending on if we hold. Looking at a higher time frame, it'd be a point of reversal, low time frame as well. We've failed to close above that level. We've seen some rejection. Got a pretty high volume candle on that rejection as well. So I'd probably wait for this to close and then see if we get a third retest, in which case I might be interested. I would have a very tight stop loss though on this, since I already have a winning trade. I'm not looking to give that profit back. So I would want to enter on a retest and have my stop really close to my entry. Well, close enough. I don't want it so close that I get stopped out immediately, but I'd definitely play it really conservative and try to protect my win that I already have. But yeah, if we push up, if we close strong here, then that plays out of the equation. I'm not going to look for that. I'd want to see, so yeah. Kind of the reason why I was looking to see if we could close this candle before making a decision. Forget what I just previously said. Unless we close down below, we get rejected here in the closing of this. But yeah, we open above that level, so I would not take puts here. So we'll see if we hold this. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe you should take puts there. We'll see if we hold this zone now. It looks better on a higher time frame in terms of, you know, catching that reversal, but nice. Yeah, I'll give you a... Here, let me give you a follow. I wasn't aware that you had a trading channel. How long have I been trading? Very inconsistently for probably over a year now. But that's periods of months without trading. Like I said, very inconsistently. In terms of being consistent, trading regularly, I would say the past couple months is when I really started to, well, it's when I started streaming, but also trying to document all my trades and really like review them and learn from them, I guess, when I started taking it a bit more seriously. But I've been messing around with options trading for easily a year or two, but a lot of, I guess, like inconsistent trading, not having a great strategy, more gambling than trading. Yeah, absolutely. Here, let me... How about yourself? Yeah, so long answer short. Trading consistently, not too long. Messing around with options, I've been doing it for a couple of years, but looks like we're on the same time frame there. About 2 years inconsistently, taking it serious about 4 months ago. That's pretty much my exact time frame. I would recommend recording and just going over it. I think that's one thing that's helped me tremendously. Not that I'm great at trading by any means, but I think being able to watch back and see things that you did, recognize things that maybe you didn't see in the moment, or just look for patterns, I would highly recommend it. Even if you just keep it to yourself, I think it's a good way to learn. Why can I not? Struggling to. Oh wow, we are getting that sell off. Alright, give me 1 second here. I'm struggling to find your account, but I'm just gonna go to my stream. I'm gonna mute my audio for a second, go to my stream and just do it there. Gave you a follow or subscribe, I suppose it's called. Yeah, I'd be very much interested in meeting up, linking up. I guess next week or whenever. Be happy to bounce some ideas off you and trade together. I currently just I'm not in any trading communities or anything. I just kind of learn from others, but try to apply it myself. But yeah, I subscribe to your channel, and I'm down to stay in touch. Absolutely, let's do it. But I am probably going to hop off, get ready for work. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you stopping by. Icky Car Trading Journal. I look forward to it. Yeah, feel free to reach out, or I'll reach out. But let's set something up for next week. But yeah, with that, I hope you all have a great day. Happy Friday. Happy long weekend if you're in the US. And have a good one. All right. Peace out, y'all.